Welcome to Speed Fam, a podcast series created to promote a more equitable, inclusive, and aware corporate culture. This episode is dedicated to A2A, a true Italian life company which puts life at the center and deals with energy, water, and the environment. Its technology is at the service of people and the preservation of nature, and it works every day to regenerate the potential of every resource. As a life company, A2A also puts the lives of its people at the center through concrete actions. These include A2A Life Caring, a plan to support the parenting of employees with dedicated initiatives and tools. Multicultural Ambassadors to encourage intercultural dialogue and respect for the environment. The transition policy to facilitate recognition within the company of perceived gender identity. A2A intends to support parenthood by providing a set of cross-sectional initiatives and tools to support a birth rate. The plan is developed along 3 lines: time, economic support, and culture, for example through an addition to maternity and paternity leave, with a month paid at 100% and the possibility of reimbursing expenses incurred for education, conciliation and upbringing differentiated by age group up to the age of 18. The Multicultural Ambassadors project trained employees of Arab origin on the topics of separate waste collection and the circular economy to speak about them in Milanese school. Thanks to their knowledge of Arabic and the skills they acquired following a public speaking course, they also acted as cultural mediators, involving and raising awareness among various stakeholders in the area. The transition policy has smoothed the path of recognition of the gender identity perceived by each person in the group so that each person can express themselves and affirm their identity without being conditioned through the promotion of initiatives such as, for example, the introduction of the name and pronoun election, gender-free toilets, specific training and awareness raising on gender transition. These are all concrete actions which see A2A committed every day to creating value for stakeholders and in particular for the corporate population, contributing to make A2A an increasingly inclusive company because diversity is a fact, inclusion is an act. We asked A2A about the motivations that led them to implement these projects, and they explained to us that the basis of everything is the desire to give employees, and not only them, the chance to feel listened to, supported and included in life as in work. More specifically, the A2A Life Caring project stems from the need to support the birth rate, an urgent and complex challenge if we consider that fertility in Italy is at an all-time low. This is a reflection of personal choices, but also the response to changes in cultural, economic, and social conditions. The A2A group's support is therefore aimed at enabling people not to have to choose between a career and a family and not to repropose the gender roles to which mothers and fathers are still subjected today, but rather to equate them. With the Multicultural Ambassadors project, dialogue becomes a tool for transmitting the values of sustainability and circularity that are the basis of the life company, because only through the use of a common language that can break down barriers is it possible to establish a sense of belonging in people. Integration is only possible by welcoming, respecting, and mediating differences. A challenge that is also taken up by the transition policy, which aims to support and recognize the freedom of expression that every person should have to be what they are and not what they were established at birth, because recognition of oneself and one's identity is the basis of a society where respect and inclusion are truly shared values. The results of these projects were manifold. With regard to the Life Caring project, an annual contribution of up to €3,250 for the first 3 years of the children's lives and an additional month of 100% paid maternity and paternity leave. While thanks to Multicultural Ambassadors, several events were held in Arabic in Milan schools and in council houses, with particularly positive results in terms of inclusion and environmental awareness, succeeding in reaching linguistically diverse communities, raising awareness on sustainability issues, and improving participation in waste collection activities. Finally, through the policies of the transition policy, we have activated gender-free bathrooms in 16 group locations. A piece of advice for companies that want to adopt policies and projects like this: carefully analyze the company population and ask them what their needs are so as to make them an integral part of the project and be able to have targeted and effective policies. Furthermore, do not be afraid of change and to unhinge old practices. Change your approach and approach challenges through a curious and intersectional lens. This is Speed Fam, towards a more equitable workplace for everyone. See you in the next episode.